Hello, guys. Today we are meeting for Sharon. We are here to see what available technology would be best for her to go to school. I read over your case, Sharon, and it appears that I believe that the best technology for you to attend the school would be a power wheelchair.
Okay.
I know that you're going to Cornell, I believe, correct? I know Cornell is very hilly. There's a lot of empty space between campuses and parking lot and the classrooms and things like that. Lots of terrain as well as increased inclines and things like that. So, getting a power wheelchair would help you mobilize throughout campus and decrease the stress and strain of your arms just on your manual wheelchair instead. So what I recommend is called the P301 Gemini Power Wheelchair. This is great because it could travel up to max speed of 5 miles an hour. It could climb hills up to 12% incline. It has, let's see here, a 20 mile distance with a full charge. So you could easily traverse all throughout campus within a single day.
Yeah, it sounds great. How are we going to pay for it, though?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. So that's why I'm here today. I'm to try to discuss some funding options for you folks. So first, we're going to try to go through Medicaid. So under Medicaid, federal law states that they have the ability, or they need to help individuals attain, quote unquote, attain or retain the capability for independence or self-care. So as one of your needs for self-care is you got to be able to go around campus. So we're going to try to justify that through Medicaid. If that doesn't happen, we're going to try to go through Medicare Part B. So under Medicare Part B, under their DME coverage category, they're going to essentially cover power wheelchairs because it meets your mobility related needs for your ADLs. So those are some of the options. We're going to go through those first, and we'll go from there. Okay.
And then if that doesn't happen, is there any cheaper options available? And then, like, if there are, like, where would we go about purchasing this?
Okay. So there are a few cheaper options. One of them is called the Firefly Electric Hand Cycle. It's an attachment to what a manual wheelchair already has, and it's similar to like a motorcycle where you just accelerate with a gas accelerator. It attaches to the back of a manual wheelchair, and whenever she would pretty much pull on the acceleration, she would propel forward. Other alternatives would also be that you could buy a cheaper model, or an outdated model, used model. Those actually are cheaper than buying a brand new power wheelchair.
Okay. And then, like, is there any additional, like, funding sources, like community-based funding sources available, if it is still pretty expensive?
Definitely, there are a lot of community-based resources you could use. I know nowadays technology is a big thing. A lot of people like to fund publicly, things like GoFundMe or Kickstarter. Basically, Sharon, you're going to be telling your story, telling people, what's happened and why you need this power chair, your aspirations and your goals. And from there, people are generous and they donate their money in order for you to be able to afford that power wheelchair. So we can go through that. There's also federal grants that you can look into. You got to kind of dig a little bit for those, but they're out there, as well as organizations such as United Cerebral Palsy Foundation. So they might be able to assist you in these types of matters. So, but first we're going to try to go through those first options. If not, we can see what we can do. Okay?
Okay. And then once we purchase this chair and everything, how do we obtain it?
So there's a lot of places around San Diego that sell wheelchairs. First one off the top of my head, Mobility Solutions. It's in Kearny Mesa. It's not too far from here. They actually deliver as well. So once you purchase them, they can deliver at your home and set it up and everything.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions? All right.
No.
Well,
Nope,
thank
that
you
was
for coming, and hopefully you get the things that you need to help you succeed in your college career. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Makes
You're
sense.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.